Alright guys, I want to encourage you that if this is one of those days when you could use a little extra TLC and you feel a little bit off kilter, which happens to all of us, let yourself use a chair whenever you want to. Please don't feel like that is not something you should do. The most important thing is to stay safe and to feel good while you're doing your yoga. My name is Gail. I'm 65 plus. I'm your instructor for today, and we're going to do a nice gentle practice that activates the whole body, and we're going to have a beautiful stretch on the mat before the end of the class. But we'll start standing up. So let's take the feet shoulder width apart, spread out the toes, and whether you're sitting in a chair, holding on to the back of a chair, or standing without one, let's start by rolling our shoulders. Lift your tummy up and in and tighten your thighs. Inhale and exhale. We're going to pull the shoulders up behind the ears. Inhale up. Take them back and release them down. Inhale up and exhale down. And if I forget to tell you before the end of the class, oh my gosh, the light in me shines out to the light in you, and the light in you shines right back, and man, do I ever appreciate that. Our music today is Shamanic Journey number 2. It's an old album from 2001, and we used to use it all the time, and sometimes I forget I even have it. One more big shoulder roll, and neck circles are coming next. If you feel a little bit like you have the collie wobbles, sit in your chair for this. Exhale, take your chin to the side and across your chest. Ear to shoulder, and then either back or straight up, and go as slowly as you like. Okay, you don't need to make yourself feel sick at all. I know some days we are dizzy. Finish one more circle, and then we'll go the other way. Circling slowly down towards the left side, and then either back or straight up, depending how your neck is feeling. Just noticing how the neck is feeling. And we're very happy to say my neck is feeling better lately, because we've been really trying to focus on posture and developing strength in the back and the back of the neck. So let's work on that just for a moment. We're going to pull the chin in and slide the head straight back, making a double chin. So you're not tucking your chin down, you're just sliding your head back, and then relax. Exhale, slide back, and relax. You know, when I'm sitting on the couch in the evening, knitting, watching TV, Craig and I have had probably a really busy day, doing all the things grandparents do. I do these sitting on the couch. Sometimes he looks over at me and he's like, "What are you doing?" One more. And rest. Okay, move down into thinking about your hips and your wrists. We're going to do these at the same time. So we'll do little wrist circles. Get those going. I know this is going to be a brain teaser, and now we'll do hip circles at the same time. Front, side, back, and side. Front, side, back, and side. This is feeling like chewing gum and walking at the same time, or patting yourself on the head and rubbing your tummy in a circle. That's what this feels like to me. Okay, let's bring the hips to the front, and now stop. Reverse your wrist circles the other way, and let's do the hips and the wrists the same time. Roll your shoulders and relax your arms. Shake off any stress. Let's push the hips side to side. Bend your knees first. Spread out your toes like little roots into the floor and move your hips from one side to the other. Keep your lower abdominal muscles lifting up and in. Just stretching out the side of the hip a little bit. We're going to go down to the hamstrings, giving those a stretch with or without a chair. It's up to you. I'm going to show you the chair to start off with. We'll bring our arms up and make a big circle or goal posts. Bend the knees a lot, keeping a flat back, bringing the hands either to the chair or your shins. Let's give a stretch and bend and come on up. So we're working to keep a flat back as we do this. Big circle. Bend the knees a lot. Stretch and bend and come on up. You don't have to put your hands on the floor, okay? But if you like doing that, go ahead. And here we go, stretch and bend. Come on up. It just depends how flexible you're feeling this morning. Really important for us to keep our back straight and flat. Inhale up and down. So as I start to loosen up, my hands get a little lower on my shins. Inhale up and down and stretch. Bend. Come on up. Now we're going to sit as if into a chair, so it looks like. And if you want to sit in a chair, that's absolutely fine. It looks like pushing the tail straight back. And then when we come on up, we're going to stretch over to the side. And if your back is cranky, just stretch straight up. So like you're sitting to touch the chair, coming up and stretch over. Let's keep going with a few of these. Reach and up, over. We haven't done these in a little while. It starts to get the blood pumping, which is nice, just to heat up the whole body. You know, an elastic band that is warm will stretch a lot more than one that's cold, and I think I'm a little bit the same. I put my hand on my tummy to remind myself to engage my core. Doing 2 more of these. And taking a break. Now either putting your hands on the wall, on the back of the chair, or on the seat of the chair. We're going to go for a chair assisted or wall assisted down dog. I'm putting my hands up here, making fingerprints. Don't tell Craig. Stretching back. Taking a few breaths. And coming up slowly. Okay, I'm going to do the next one on the back of the chair. You're doing it your favorite way. Coming back to a chair assisted down dog. Using the back of the chair. Pushing the tail straight back, keeping a flat back. Taking a couple of breaths. I love this stretch. It starts to really open up my side bodies and hamstrings and lower back. Feels so good. And walking up. And I'm going to do that one more time, this time with the seat of the chair. So each time I've gotten a little lower. That doesn't mean you need to get a little lower. You need to do what feels right for your body. Let's take a big breath. Put your hands wherever they're going to go. I'm holding the chair with my hands draped over the side of the chair seat. Walking back. If your hamstrings are feeling really tight, you might like to keep your knees bent. Take some nice, long, slow breaths. And then slowly walk up to the chair. Excellent. I'm going to bring the chair in front of me and working on Warrior One and some twists. You don't have to use a chair at all for this. If you feel like you're confident, you can do without it. So bring the shoulders back and the tummy is tight. And I'm stepping my right foot back, turning my toes out a little. My left foot's under the chair. My shoulders have dropped down. My chin is in a little bit. And right away I'm feeling a big stretch in my hip flexor. And also, because I have a chair to help me, I'm turning my toes to face the chair on the back foot right now. And that gets me starting to feel a big stretch in my calf. Now, if that felt really tight, I would come up and down a few times on my toes and just kind of ease into that. All right, and now taking my right hand up, I'm stretching out the front body and the hip, taking a couple of breaths. Good. If you're feeling confident and doing a regular Warrior One, your back foot could be turned out a little to help with your balance, and you might bring both hands up. Think about your shoulders now. Lift them up, pull them down. We want to keep a nice long neck. All right, and here's stepping back up to the chair. Just going to move my hips a little bit and go on to the other leg. So I'm stepping right up to the chair, taking my left foot back, pressing the heel down. My feet are parallel right now so that I can feel a nice stretch in my left calf. And I'm coming up on my toes and pressing the heel back down a couple of times, just convincing it that it's going to be all right. Good. And then hips and shoulders are square to the front, and I'm bringing one arm up, practicing this. Okay, and if I want to do a little bit more of a traditional warrior one, I'm turning the back toes out a little bit, squaring the shoulders to the front, bringing both arms up, and now let's think about the shoulders again. Up, squeeze your ears, pull them down, make a long neck. Okay, if this is not comfortable, you can always be in goalposts. Can't say that enough. Give yourself the tender, loving care that you need and deserve, guys, because you do deserve it. Absolutely. And step up. I want you to know there's nothing special about the poses. You don't have to do exactly traditional yoga poses. You can adjust to suit yourself. Okay, we're going to do one more on each side. I'm taking my right foot back, turning the toes out just slightly, squaring my shoulders to the front, bringing my hands to the front, and now my right hand to my waist, opening my shoulder to the back and looking to the right. Now if I felt wobbly, I just put one hand on the chair. Taking a couple of breaths here. Turn and face the front. Leave your hands wherever they are. Face the front. Look to the left. So we're loosening up the cervical area in your neck. Okay, stepping up, stepping back, coming to the warrior position. Toes a little turned out in the back. Watch that front knee. You want to keep it centered on your ankle. Shoulders square to the front. Good. Reaching the hands up if you like. Left hand on the waist. And let's look to the left. Pull the shoulder back. So you have a little twist in your upper torso, and you're keeping your foot centered on top of your ankle. So don't let your knee rock to the midline of the body. Turn and look to the front. And now look a little bit to the right. Focus your eyes. You're allowed to hold onto the chair anytime. And we're going to step up and relax. Okay. We're going to go on to some triangles coming up next. And you can keep the chair if you want it. Okay, this is totally up to you. So I'm going to move my chair to the back edge of my mat. I have a big A position. I'm turning my feet to face the small end of the mat. My back foot's a little turned out. My legs are pretty straight. And now I'm putting my hand on my hip, turning my chest to face front. Reaching out and pushing the buttock back towards the hand. And here I'm bringing my hand down to the chair. If I feel like I need a little extra help today, my hand is on the chair. Otherwise, you could have your hand on your shin. Okay, there's nothing wrong with using the chair if you need it. You can stay like this with your hand on your hip, or bring the top hand straight up. Let's stack the shoulders. Take a breath or two. Feel a big stretch inside the thigh and also the hamstring and the buttock a little bit on the left, coming up. Let's bring the chair over to the other side. doing lots of modifications with chair today because I'm hoping we have a new person showing up on the feed, so I want to give them lots of options to cope with being a new yogini. We're going to turn our toes to the left, and the back foot is turned in a little bit. Got a nice wide triangle position. Shoulders square to the front. Right hand on the hip. Push back. Reach out. And you can bring your hand to the chair. Okay, that could feel very comforting. And there's nothing wrong with being comforted. I could use a little comfort here and now. Or you could have your hand on your shin. And you're stacking your shoulders. The top arm can reach up if you like. That's an option. Take some nice slow breaths. And let's come on up. Nice work. We're going to bring our toes and heels in. And I'm bringing the chair back to the right side. Taking the feet wide apart, again, in a big A position. I'm coming to a warrior lunge. Turning the toes to the right. Turning the back heel in, or toes in just a little. So you don't want your toes pointing at the back of the mat. You want your heels to be a little further back than your toes on the back foot. Come up and down out of the warrior a couple of times if it feels like if your knee is grouchy, give it a little convincing. And we're going to hold the lunge. And come first to warrior two. Here, let's think about the shoulders again. Squeeze them up, press them down. Open your chest to the long side of the mat. Stretch your fingers out. Spread your back wide. Feels good. Let's turn and look to the right at our ring finger. And now, if you want, you can put your hand on the chair and come to side angle. Or you can bring your hand to your forearm, your elbow to your forearm, or you can bring fingers to floor. But you know what, guys, let's be sure that there's nothing special about the floor, except that when you get down there, I know there's a few things you probably want to do while you're down there. Stretching from wrist to ankle and coming back up. Let's turn to the front. Scooch the toes and heels in. Toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels. And I'm going to take the chair to the other side. So if you don't want to use the chair, I don't want you to feel like you have to. You do not. But it's always there, right? And you're allowed to let yourself have it. Big A position. Turning the right foot to the right. Sorry, left foot to the left. I gotta think about what's going on here. I talk too much and then I get, off track. The back foot turns in a little. Push the outside edge of your foot down on that front leg. Track your knee right over the center of the ankle. Square your shoulders to the long side of the mat. Reach your fingers out. Spread your back wide. Open, open, open. Bring your shoulders up. Give it a squeeze. Push them down. chin in. Reaching out through the fingertips. And here we're going to come to our side angle again. You can bring your hand to the chair or whatever position you like. I'll remind you what those are. You can have your elbow on your forearm on your thigh. You can bring your fingertips to the floor. And slowly come on up. Let's scooch the toes and heels in. Great. And next we're going to put the chair in front. I'm going to do some twists facing the floor in a forward fold. I'm going to show it first with my hands on the chair, and then I'll progress to doing it with options. So feet wide. You're again in an A position. It's not huge, but big, but comfortable. The tummy's lifted. The thighs are tight. Good. The chin is in, shoulders back and down. Let's take a big breath. And bring the hands down to the seat of the chair. But before you do it, push your tail straight back, as if you're closing a door with your buttocks. And then bring your hands to the chair. Now, if you need to have a little bend in your knees, that's fine. If the chair feels like it's not enough for you today, you could have your hands on your shins. You could also have your hands on the floor. It's totally up to you. So I'm going to bring my hands down to the floor. I want you to be in the position that feels good to you. You need to keep a flat back. So when you get your hands, down too low, sometimes you start to round over. And we don't want that. It's okay to have a bend in your knees if you need that. We're taking a breath in and exhaling, sweeping the right arm up. Hold that. Take another breath in. And exhale, bring the hand down. Take a breath in. Exhale, sweep the left arm up. Take another breath in. And exhale. Bring the hand down. Bend your knees. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, come to standing. Scooch the toes and heels. In. Toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels. Good job. Okay, we're going to go on to some more warriors. We're going to do some salutations. I'm going to start with the seat of the chair. And if you don't want that, you go ahead and you don't have to use it. Facing the chair. I'm bringing the arms up in a big circle. Exhaling, I'm sitting as if I have a chair behind me. Good. Bending my knees lots, spreading out my toes like little roots. Bringing my hands down to the seat of the chair. Stepping my right foot back. Turning my toes out in the back and bringing my left foot under the chair. Then coming up, shoulders back, chin in. And reaching the hands up in warrior one or goalposts. Shoulders are coming up into the ears, then coming down. Hips are square to the chair. Taking a couple of breaths. I'm bending my left knee until I feel the chair with my knee. Just gives me a little sensation of what's happening with my balance. Okay, and the hands are coming down either to the seat of the chair or the floor, and then we'll come back to down dog. So let's step back and slowly come to our down dog. Take a few breaths, pedal your heels if you like. You have a nice flat back, your tummy is pulled up and in. You're pressing your tail back. If you're on the floor, bring your knees down to the floor. If you're standing like me using the chair, bring your right foot forward. Those of you who are on the floor, from hands and knees, bring your right foot forward and work your way up to your lunge. Standing tall. My right knee is touching the chair. I'm squaring my hips and shoulders to the chair. Floating the arms up. Taking a breath. And coming to standing. Relaxing the hips. Going to do the whole thing with the left leg going back this time. Inhaling up. Exhaling, I sit into a chair pose. My knees are touching the chair, my bum is back. I'm reaching forward and pulling in my tummy and bringing the hands down either to the chair or the floor. Actually, sorry guys, we're just going to go straight to a lunge, so don't go to forward fold on the floor if you're not using the chair. We're going to take the left foot back, come to a lunge, lift head and shoulders, my right knee's touching the chair, I'm squaring my shoulders to the chair and bringing the arms up to warrior one or goal posts, and shoulders are coming up to the ears for a squeeze, and then down. Bringing the hands down, down, down to the floor or chair, and stepping back to down dog. Taking a couple of breaths in down dog, pressing the tail back, heels towards the floor, long flat spine, ears between the arms. Do not hang your head down. Okay, if your hands are on the floor, you're going to bring your knees down and go to tabletop. If you're like me and using a chair, you're going to bring your foot under the chair. That's your left foot coming under the chair. Your right toes are a little turned out. And we're coming to our lunge. Bringing the hands up. Taking a breath or two. Stepping up to the chair. All right, guys, I'm going to repeat those exercises, those salutations without the chair, and it's up to you whether you use a chair or you don't. Tummy pulled in. That's work in progress, guys. I'm going to see a dietitian. Gonna fix it. Gonna fix this belly. All right. Chin in. Let's sweep the arms up. And exhale. We're coming down to a chair pose. Excellent. And next, coming to a lunge. I'm going to put my hands on the floor and do a low crescent lunge. So I'm bringing my hands down in forward fold. I'm stepping my left foot back. I'm bringing my knee down. Toes are spread out. Bringing the arms up to warrior one or goalposts, or if you like a crescent, you can lace your fingers, lifting the heart, stretching the hip flexor. Okay, I'm bringing my hands down to the floor and I'm going to step back to my down dog. Going through tabletop, tucking the toes, and coming to a down dog. Digging in the fingertips and pushing the tail back towards the back end of the mat. Keeping a little bend in the elbows, taking a few breaths. Down to tabletop. I'm on my way back to the lunge, so I'm bringing my right foot forward and coming to my lunge again, reaching up. Of course, if your back's kind of catchy, you could leave your fingers on the floor. I should have said this sooner, but this is always an option. Okay, you do what you need to do. Let's squeeze the shoulders up and pull them down. Lovely. Okay, we're going to come to standing. So I ease out of the lunge a little bit, and then I'm going to come to standing. Using the other side of the body. Let's take a big breath in. Exhale. And sit into a chair. So you're either going to put your hands on the seat of the chair or the floor. Take a breath in and exhale. Come to your lunge position. This time I'm stepping my right foot back, bringing the knee down. Bringing the hip forward, making sure the front knee stays in alignment on top of the ankle. I'm rolling my shoulders up, back and down, tumming in, and the arms come up. Doing a shoulder tension squeeze and pull down. Just being mindful today of shoulder tension. And one of the ways we train our shoulders not to feel tense is to tense them up and then release them. I'm coming to my crescent lunge now. I'm bringing the hands down either to the chair or the floor, and if you're on the floor, you go to tabletop and then down dog. Exhaling. Pressing the fingertips into the floor, stretching the legs a little straighter. Don't worry about getting your heels down, just do what you can. Let's wag our tails a little bit. Slowly come on down to tabletop. Hands and knees. The left foot comes forward. You're back to your lunge position. Bringing the hip forward. Arms up. Shoulders up. Shoulders down. Crescent lunge if you wish. Nice work. Okay, we're coming up to standing from the lunge, so ease back out of your lunge a little bit and come up to standing. Bring your arms up and hands come to your heart. It's time to have a little sip of water and fix your underwear. I'm just going to check our time because I forgot to set a timer today. Okay, we have about 15 minutes left in the class. So it's a perfect time for us to get down on the floor, lay on our backs, and enjoy that for a while. Who doesn't like just laying down? I love it. I'm going to get an elastic, Pilates elastic, to help with a couple of my stretches. If you don't have that, you could use a belt or a bathrobe tie, something like that. So what I'm using is just a piece of flat elastic. And get down on the floor the best way I can. I love coming down through a deep low squat, so I'm doing that today. My feet are on the outside edge of the mat. My toes are a little turned out. Bringing the hands up and coming down into the squat, taking the knees out to the side. I'm pressing my knees out and making prayer hands. Another option here in this position is fingertips on the floor or even palms of the hands on the floor, and leaning into this to stretch the hips open a little bit. Okay, and next I'm coming down to my hands and knees. If my knees were tender today, I'd put an extra cushion under them. If I had a knee replacement, I would do the next thing with the assistance of a chair standing if I didn't want to be on my knees. And that is the chair assisted down dog, but I'm not doing down dog. I'm actually going to do a child's pose. My knees are a little wide, my feet are together, and I'm going to slide my hands up the mat and bring my forehead down. If I felt really tight and couldn't relax with my forehead down, I'd stack my hands and try putting my forehead on the back of my hands. Forward to lay on my tummy. I don't need the elastic yet, so I'm just going to put it beside me. I'm coming forward to lay on my tummy. I'm going to get in the Sphinx pose and do a back extension stretch. So you can just crawl up the mat with your forearms if you like. Bring your hips down. Now, if this position's uncomfortable, you could try just laying with your forehead on the back of your hands. While you're here, press down into your elbows and spread out your fingers. Open your chest, open your heart. Tighten your core, engage the muscles all the way around your waist. Press your hips down into the mat. Now we'll do a hamstring curl on one leg. Flex the foot. Look up. Take a breath or two. Relax the foot, down and look down. Don't forget to keep your tummy pulled in. Changing feet, flex the foot, hamstring curl. Press the elbows down. Look up. Take a few breaths. Press that hip down towards the floor. And rest. Look down. Put your hands under your shoulders and do a lady's push-up and go back to child's pose. Let's rest here for a little bit. Take a few breaths. Come back onto your tummy. This time I'm taking off my eyeglasses because I'm going to lay right down. I'm putting my arms out in the T position. And I'm doing a hamstring curl. On the same side, I have the hamstring curl. I'm putting my hand under my shoulder. Now I'm going to lift my knee. Turn my knee out, and here I am stretching my chest open against the floor, and I love this stretch. Oh my goodness. Just holding this, do what you can. So you're pushing into one hand, the other one's reached out to the back, palm of the hand is down. Resting, stretching the arms out in the T position again. Hamstring curl on the other side. One hand under your shoulder, pushing down into the floor. You are turning that bent knee out and pushing into the hand. Plus the one reaching out to the back is getting a big stretch in the whole arm and chest. Oh, that's so good. Take a few breaths. Give it a little time. tummy. I'm going to get you to roll onto your side and bend your knees and have one arm under your head. We'll tuck the knees up and take this top hand and let's reach around, opening toward the back. I have one hand behind my head, giving me a little support. If my chest felt really super tight and uncomfortable, I would have my hand on my waist instead of reaching it out to the back. But I love this stretch, so I am going to reach out to the back and just try to relax here. Coming back to my side, I'm changing sides and doing this stretch, same stretch on the other side. So I'm just going to scooch over, roll out to my side. I have one hand behind my head, my knees are tucked up, and we're reaching the top arm up and around, exhaling as I reach back and just relax here. Opening your heart towards the sky and taking those slow breaths. Coming out of that, I'm going to lay on my back, and I'm wondering where I left my eyeglasses. Oh, there they are up here. Okay, I cannot see without these, I'll tell you. I need new ones. Okay, so the knees are bent. Roll the shoulders back and slide them down the mat. Feet are planted. And here's where I'm going to take my elastic. Catch my right foot and push my heel up towards the ceiling, but I'm going to put a little tension on the elastic, pulling the hands down towards my core. I'll just hold this for a bit. Draw some little circles with my foot, but from the hip. So I'm moving the leg in a circle, and it's not a big circle, maybe about the size of a beach ball. And then I'm going to reverse the circles. Stay right here like this, or add a stretch down the mat with the opposite leg. And now I'm going to tighten up my thigh muscle to try and straighten my leg a little more. Leg like a windshield wiper, putting the elastic in one hand, opening the leg towards the side and then bringing it up. But here I want to maintain my core integrity and keep my body still as much as possible. So I just move the leg without letting the hips move around, which is not as easy as it might sound. So I'm changing my hand to hand on the elastic, and the leg is like a windshield wiper. Now I'm bringing my leg across the midline just a little bit, and I'm going to hold it here. Reaching the hand out across the floor in the T position. I feel this stretch up the side of the leg, and now coming center, taking it open to the side. A few breaths here. Okay, and changing feet. Before I change feet, I'm going to stretch my fingers and contract them a few times, because you know what? Grandma has a little bit of arthritis in her fingers now, so we got to take care of those too. All right, changing. So catching the other foot. We're almost done, guys. Holding the foot up, shoulders down, chin in, and drawing little circles. Reversing that the other way, drawing little circles. Pulling the leg in a little tighter and trying to straighten it a little bit more by contracting the thigh. Option to stretch the other leg down the mat. Slow breaths. And now moving this leg like a windshield wiper, a little bit from one side to the other. Changing the hand on the elastic. Bringing the foot across the midline. Holding it with the opposite hand, reaching the other hand out in the T position, keeping the hips planted on the floor, chin in. Okay, and now I'm going to open the leg out to the other side. On a diagonal. I feel a huge stretch in my inner thigh with this one. Okay, bringing this back to center, releasing the elastic, putting it away. Stretching the feet down to the bottom of the mat. I'm bringing my hands down beside me, my shoulders down, chin in, touching my big toes together, and then letting the feet flop. Touch the big toes together and let it flop. Okay, a couple of times now. We're going to squeeze the buttocks. Big squeeze in the bum and let it go. Big squeeze. Let it go. Okay, make fists, let them go. Make fists, let them go. Stretch your fingers out, wiggle them. Close your eyes. Let your mouth hang open just a little. Let the chin float down, or the tongue float down, to the bottom of the mouth. Let your eyes float down to the bottom of your eye sockets. breath in, breathe in again, hold it, and then sigh. One more time, breathe in again, hold it, and sigh. Last time, breathe in again, hold it, and sigh. All right, guys, I know that our hour is up. Bend your knees. Roll onto your side. Put one arm under your head. Take a minute to think about coming back to the world. Use your arms to help you sit up. You can sit, you can kneel, you can stand. If you're standing up, take your time because you've been laying down for a while. Thanks so much for being here today. You guys make my day. I appreciate it every single time. Big love coming out to you, and I feel it coming back to me. Thank you. So we're going to get up by coming to a lunge, taking a minute to look around. Where is that elastic? I don't want to trip on it. Taking a breath and coming to standing. All right, guys, that's it for today. If you had fun, give us a thumbs up. Come on back tomorrow.